Nostalgia hoops, nostalgia sports and culture. Shout out to everybody tuning in. If you was watching, you seen this was a horrible, regardless of how close this game was, this was a horrible game by the Aces and a very poorly coached game. I want to take my time with this one. Let's go to the final. So, final score. Hold on, let's go. Y'all got to be quicker with the updates. I'm going to say this the big thing, man. That's why I put the title. This game was sold by Gray. I don't care nothing about the stats. I don't care nothing about highlights they going to show. Like I told y'all, it's a certain bias in the WNBA. But 76-73, but this game was not this close. I want to take my hat off to Seattle starting off because they understand they understand order. They understand structure. You don't have anybody trying to outshine the other player. The leadership of Sue Bird, the point guard playing point guard, not just in name, not just like on the other team. You got Gray, who they call the point guard. They need to take that name from her because she has only been focused on stats since that moment she didn't make the All-Star game. Sometimes you won't get acknowledged, but that doesn't mean you come out of character. Klay Thompson didn't get put on the All-75. Klay Thompson misses all NBA teams. But more often than not, Klay Thompson understands that Steph Curry is the guy. Draymond Green understands Steph Curry is the guy. Sue Bird, Lloyd, Charles all understand Stewart is the one. Why Gray feel like all game she has to ISO and look off Asia? I mean, it almost looks like you're hating on your own teammate. And I seen this at times with the Sparks and Canbe. Like she'll have a mismatch and they wouldn't get her the ball. But it's the same thing happened all game with Asia. Even to the point they was running the pick to get the switch. They would get the switch with Lloyd on Asia and she still wouldn't get her the ball. But anytime Stokes was in the paint, she would get Stokes the ball. So that lets me know subconsciously there's some type of envy. You want to be viewed as the best player on the team. You want to be viewed as the one. You want to be the first option. You want to be in the MVP conversations. And when you have a good player that thinks they're the great player, that can cost you a championship. That cost you this game tonight. Along with Plum was missing easy shots. I get 2 of 10, 8 of 23. Some reason she go against the Seattle team, she just gets crazy. She shouldn't have 23 shots. A'ja Wilson only got 10 shots. And this is why I say, how did Becky Hammon win Coach of the Year? I have no clue. Did she put in a good system and all that to look great? Is Hamby out? I give them all that. But you can see in the big moments, in the big games, sometimes you just so top heavy, you don't really need too much coaching. That's what Kyrie meant. Like sometimes you can just be so overwhelming that y'all can kind of get out there, just go play basketball and figure out the game. But there are some times when you can be so evenly matched where one little mistake can change everything, or you constantly doing one thing can change everything. And that's when you need a coach. A'ja might not be the type of person that wants to Kobe would get in your face. He didn't care if he had to fight. He was ready to fight Shaq. But A'ja might just want to play basketball. She might be a Kevin Durant. So in that case, this is why we pay the coach all the big money, because you got to step up and tell the other player, hey, stop all of that. Get her the ball. And if you don't get her the ball, you coming out the game. Put some of them young players in the game and they understand their role. Because if all you need is A'ja to get the ball in the post on the pick and roll when you force the mismatch, anybody can do that. That's not hard to do. They would look at her, have the easy pass, and look off and pass to somebody else. All they want to do, they fell in love with the three, and they don't want to go in the post. They don't want to slow it down. They fell in love with Golden State basketball, but they got to understand Golden State doesn't have an A'ja Wilson. Becky Hammon, where are you at? You have to coach at some point. 10 shots for your best player is not it. And y'all was doing this first round with A'ja. Like, she's not going to keep giving full. Like, she commend her for constantly battling on the boards and doing what she's doing, but you're not going to get full effort from any big if you're constantly looking them off when they're that skilled. Charles Barkley told you, he said, if guys look me off for too many plays, I'll go stand in the paint and get a 3-second. Nobody ain't going to score. That's the mentality of a big. You got to understand, a big needs to get going early. And then you can't just hit them like she tried to make some pass where Chelsea Gray drove to the hole and tried to, like, thread the needle, and A'ja ended up having to get a jump ball. Something stupid. Like, no. Get her the easy post up. This ain't rocket science. You got one of the best to ever do it. If she has anybody on her, it's a good shot in the post. Chris Paul. It's not always about getting the stat. It's not always, that wears people down too. So you want to get the defense different. You got to understand mentality. You got to understand chemistry. You got to understand tendencies. Where does this player like to be? You got to really think like a quarterback. Peyton Manning, can you audible? Omaha. I just didn't see that. I didn't see the effort, but the chemistry was killed because Chelsea Gray too often wanted to just be the hero. She's still trying to prove that she's an all-star. She likes that they're talking about her on ESPN, and that's not how you win a championship. In Seattle, I feel like the Aces still could have won this game, even playing horrible basketball, but Seattle just stuck to the game plan. Oh, man, if Stewie right there, we're going to make sure we get our best player of the ball. We understand that she's playing for MVP right now. We understand the voters are watching. We understand the world is watching. We understand what she does. We understand her value. We understand how her getting going affects the rest of the team, how it makes it easier on everybody else. And they can just quietly get a 13 for Charles, 13 and 18. They can just quietly get a 26 for Lloyd. Like, it happened, but you didn't really feel it. Like, it, because she just was dazzling all night. So Seattle, great coaching by their coach. Seattle, great team play. How many assists by Sue Bird? 12 assists, 2 points. She's not worried about scoring. She's the point. That's the real point guard. We need to stop this. The point guard from now on is Sue Bird. All this Chelsea Gray point guard, stop it. She's not the point guard. She's a hero baller, and she wants individual stats and highlights more than she wants to win games. I seen this that game that they play. If you don't watch them, you didn't see what I'm talking about. So Raquan Williams had a +8. Rupert had a +3. A'ja had a -4. Gray had a -5. Young had a -11. Plum had a -1. And Young wasn't getting A'ja the ball either, but I think if she runs the offense from the beginning, A'ja get the ball from the start. So it's a +12 for Tina Charles, +4 for Stewart, +2 for Sue Bird, +3 for Lloyd. And let's go to Twitter and see what they saying. If the audio off, it's gonna be good when I read. I done figured out the finesse on how to do it. So just tap back in if it's too much, and it'll be clear. So 73-76 final score. Storm with the dub, game 1. Let's retweet that. Jewel Lloyd is clutch. Storm take game 1, so let's go to the Jewel Lloyd shot just in case y'all missed it. Let's grab a highlight real quick. Lloyd up top, right on A'ja. Close out the game, 34 seconds. Like I said, one of my favorite players. I wouldn't be mad seeing her get a chance. I want perfect time. The world. This is the first championship that the whole world is tuned in. We had the Griner situation. ESPN is supporting heavy. The world is watching, and I just want A'ja to be the one that gets that. But if they playing like this and the coaching is like this, it's not going to happen. So Jewel Lloyd was clutch in the fourth, scoring 26 points as the Storm take game 1. Let's retweet that. WNBA got game. Shout out to you. Let's type in W. Let's click this. See what people talking about. So it came down to the wire, but the Seattle Storm got the job done. Seattle takes 1-0 lead. Let's see I want to see what the people saying. Not really. See you in 2 hours, Chi-Town. I ain't already tell you. I'm trying to see. Let's go to the latest. We might have to go to WNBA Twitter. Let's go to WNBA Twitter real quick. Semifinals begin today at 4 o'clock. Let's go to the latest. I'm mad the next WNBA game ain't until 8 p.m. Storm Aces was what I expected game 1. And away win in the playoffs. Love the post-game press conference is streaming on WNBA League Pass. If you don't have the League Pass, make sure you go get the League Pass. That was a great game to watch. I have no dog in the fight, so it was good to watch. Let's hope it's like this. Hold on, I'm trying to make it big so y'all can see it. Let's hope it's like this every game. I love watching good competitive games with really good players on both sides, and that's one thing. I wouldn't say it was a good game. It was a good game for Seattle. Asia knows she can't play the way she did, and they win the series. Yeah, Chelsea and KP were making shots, but she's the reigning MVP. You expect her to be 100 out there. How's she gonna be 100 if she can't get the ball? She constantly got her hand up. Hey, I'm right here. And if they just keep looking her off, it's nothing you can do. You playing your traditional post big, so you rely on the guards to get you the ball and get you going. I mean, to get put you in a position to where when you got somebody pressed down or you got a small guard on you, they have to get you the ball. So it's nothing you can do. That's why I don't really knock Asia for her offense this game. Seattle pulled one out after a vigilant Las Vegas comeback on to game 2. Asia a dope player, but sometimes she struggles with Stewie just like any other player does. But no, I don't agree with that. Asia is your best player and the league MVP for a reason. Absolutely ridiculous that she did not get one single attempt the fourth. Wow, I didn't even know that. She didn't get no attempt the fourth quarter and only 2 attempts through the second half. Yeah. Bad coaching, bad point guard play. Gray should have taken that last shot. Why deviate from that? Plum wasn't hitting. Plum, when she goes against the Storm, I don't know what it is. Them little athletic black girls, they have her. Playoff assist leader, Sue Bird, 341. But Plum just be missing some easy shots, too. It ain't even all defense. Like, it'll be point blank at the rim when she against them, and it just be off. Breanna Stewart won the battle of MVP, outscoring Asia Wilson 24-8 in Game 1 as Stewart helped lead the Storm to a 1-0 series lead. We can't do that because, look, I understand it's tempting to do, and that's why I wanted to tweet during the game. Like, they need to really, in both leagues, NBA, WNBA, start announcing MVP before the playoffs, because it start playing with people's mind and they start thinking that it's a combined award when it's only a regular season award. So keep that in mind. I know tonight, if you just want to judge, yeah, Stewie looked like the MVP, but Stewie game is more she can get her own, whereas Asia is more dependent. She doesn't have the handle that Stewie got. It's more dependent on them throwing her the ball in her spots, and they weren't doing that tonight. So we couldn't see her at her best because she wasn't put in position by her team or her coach to be at her best. Sky has been had to beat Vegas and the rest without the best defensive player. Got some foreign teams talking. They showing a big shot by Lloyd. Lloyd is clutch. Kobe pulled that exact shot over Mount Mutombo with 37 seconds left in the 0-1 All-Star game. These ladies got game, man. Don't talk down on them. They will cook you. So I guess we'll finish it with this. I wish I could turn this out, but it ain't working. Nostalgia hoops, nostalgia sports and culture. I want to show something. I want to show Drew Lloyd or something. Let's finish it on a high note. Grab the rebound, don't swipe it. Press conference going on right now. I got to go hear this press conference. Asia and Jackie have to demand the ball more. Oh, my God. Now, I don't even think you have to. I think it's common sense. If you want to win the game, you get her the ball. And the coach got to coach. That's why she paid the big money. Sue Bird just dropped 12 assists with 0 turnovers. She also only has 1 turnover through 3 games so far in the playoffs. She dished 24 assists, had back-to-back games with 10-plus assists. She's doing it all, and that's point guard. We're going to end it right here. That's point guard. Stop typing. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Come back.